Hey guys, what's up? What's good? Yes, it's your boy, the Key Spell DRKIEE. I'm so happy to be in your face again. Honestly, big thanks to our fans. You guys are amazing. Trust me, I really, really love you guys. And yes, I have with me today in the studio in the first key.
Hey guys, what's good? How are you all doing?
Yeah, today, funny how, God, I'm not gonna lie to you. The fact that I have to talk about Burna Boy, it's really amazing because for like a while, Rema has been taking over the stage. I do Rema one, two. If I'm not doing Rema, I do Rema like 3 to 4 times a day, and it's really, it's the fact that you're doing amazing. Last year was Burna, I'll do Burna like every day.
There was a time you're doing whiskey too every day, so everybody in that time.
I did look at the point here. But then back to Burna, I really miss Burna news. And the point we saw where the Cesar and the private company actually recognized him for the effort he has done with Last, which for last year that was the wave of the moment and everything.
Yeah.
But talking about Last, it's looking like the vibe of Last is going down, as it were. Is it supposed to be so? Because we have seen some songs that as it were, they are called like songs that you can always vibe to, like at any point you get. But the Last is that song that if you listen to, you're like,
there's nothing that has a beginning that doesn't have an end. There was a time Essence was all over the place. When was the last time you heard Essence? That's the question. When was the last time you heard Love Wanting Thing? That's the question. So all of these things would come and go. Calm Down is the current buzz right now. At a point, it will get to a point whereby Calm Down will not even until you hear it at the party. Like you would not just go to your phone and then play Calm Down. Like I can't remember this has been very factual. I can't remember last time I say, oh, let me go and play Essence, or let me even scroll to go and play Last, or a Love Wanting Thing. You know, all of those things. The current things that are happening are what would automatically just pop into your head, and then, oh, I can just hear this song again. It comes up on radio, it comes up on the street and all that. So it's a very, very giving. It's not a bad thing at all. That's it's not popping anymore. Okay, but it was.
Okay, but then that's a school of thought. But then, do you believe the song is going? Do you believe it's coming to I don't use what coming to an end, but do you believe it's actually fading off here?
It will definitely fade off. Like it is not a debate. It's not a debatable topic. Anything will fade off. Calm Down will still fade off. Like it's facts. Anything that comes will fade off. Like anything.
Anyways, yeah, still on Last I saw where Love That Mini has now surpassed 600 million streams on Spotify. It actually became the fastest African album to reach that particular milestone, 600 million stream. Amazing one. But yeah, let's talk about Spaceship. For some persons here, Burna Boy has so taken the scope of conversation that they've forgotten. Like I can't remember when I've done a news that has to do with Spaceship. Most people don't know that Spaceship actually exists.
The label.
Yeah, but then the label that Burna Boy actually operates on that and everything. Which actually for some persons, if you are the head of the label, you should actually, like for instance, DMW they do edit it. YBN Olamide edit it. Maybe it's Don Jazzy edit it. But for Spaceship, it's actually looking like a conversation because I actually went to Google about it to start with, and then it's called that Bose Ogolu is the CEO and founder of Spaceship.
Okay, so Spaceship Collective, which is the holding company for Spaceship Records and Spaceship Publishing. So apparently she owns the business,
the bigger part
so to say.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's more like, okay, there is a Spaceship Collective, which is like the mother body. Under it now has the Spaceship Records, which Burna Boy is signed, and then Spaceship Publishing, where they do their publishing deal. So eventually, there's no way you would go around it that you not come back to Burna Boy's mother as the owner of the business. So obviously, if you are the owner of a business, after all of the old meetings and everything still comes down to your table. So it is your say, it is your opinion that would eventually stand as the head.
Anyways, we actually went to see how the Spaceship organization looks like, and then we have Bose Ogulu as the executive. We have Burna Boy, he's signed to it. We have Ronami Ogulu, is the stylist. We have Ronke Ogumaki. We also have Sisi Nisi, who is also a record native to it. Tells, and then at the time we had Benson, who is also part of the team and all. But then there was a conversation around Bose and on the street though, not official. There was a talk on the street where Bose was brain behind Benson was getting a renewal because it's 1 year elapsed and then he left. But there was on the street that Bosse was brain behind it. And what's his name? Burna Boy wanted him to be on the team, but Bosse was like, no, I don't want you on the team. Is there any truth to that? Like I said, it was on the street.
Well, what was on the street? I'm just hearing it for the first time, so I really, would not, want to say what I do not know about. But then there are possibilities that it could be that Benson wanted to stay.
Yeah, Benson.
The owner said no, we are not staying, and something must have triggered that kind of conversation. Probably he's been complaining about his music, about his career. That what's going on? You guys have signed me. I've only dropped one song, Lenu. Like there's really been nothing I've been doing. And then I did remix with Burna Boy. I've been here for a while. My mates have been signed to labels, and then they've been dropping songs, back to back. But here I am with one song, and then riding off, Burna Boy wings. People calling me Burna Baby or Baby Burna and all of that. But then there's really nothing, to call it aside from that. If I'm being invited to a show, that's the only one song I'll perform, and then I'll leave. So like most likely, maybe like these are my thoughts.
Yeah,
I'm putting myself in his shoes. That if I was him, those are the things I would complain about. There was a time also, a lighter, had such similar occurrence that he was complaining that they were not doing anything for him. But then there's a Fireboy that is getting all the attention, and eventually he had to leave. But then luckily for Benson, he didn't leave on that kind of note. It was internal, and then the agreement couldn't happen, and the contract elapsed. And okay, would you want to renew? Maybe he gave his terms. Okay, if I want to renew my contract, these and these are the terms that I would want. Probably the lawyer prepared the document that okay, these are the conditions for him to renew. And then the Spaceship people also said that okay, these are our own conditions. And then they checked them, and then there's no balance. Obviously, the party would be dissolved.
Yeah, the party will be dissolved. I'm still on Spaceship. Yeah, for what we've seen, we've got that they stay a certain Missy, who are tried by knowledge, that's Burna Boy's sister. And is it not looking like a case where the label is putting all effort into one person? Because Nissy's on that team. She's an artist. She sings songs. She drops projects off and off, but then she's not getting mainstream, as it were. So is it because she's not making good music, or is it because there's a certain Burna Boy who obviously has to get the shine of the record label?
Well, funny thing is, Nissy's getting a gig. Nissy's balling. If you check out some of the festivals coming up, in the summer, from June, July, there are some that have seen Nissy's name on there. She's not based in Nigeria, so obviously she cannot be big in Nigeria. Like that's a major fact.
True. I think it's
once as a musician, if you want to do Niger songs and then you are not based here, Nigerians will not see you as part of them. There's a Jidena, that is Nigerian, but then he does music. But how many people mess with him? There's a Mologo also that comes in and out. When he's in Nigeria, people know Mologo. Once he's out, there was a time Malik Berry too was in the country, he was buzzing, but when he left, so like if you want to be relevant in the country, like as an artist, you definitely have to be here, because now person with they say seeing is believing. So now you guys they see are gonna say, oh okay, obviously you want me to get to hear your song, you want me to know you, that's why you're here. Nisi is most likely not based in Nigeria, and then she's also an art collector or a creative. So she also does some other things. She's a designer and all of that. So all of those things comes to play. But then Nisi is getting her gigs, and I think she's doing fine for herself as an artist.
Yeah, I think she's doing fine as an artist. But yeah, still on Spaceship record and all. We've seen amazing. We've seen the likes of YBN, Mavins, and DMW. For
why is skipping Chocolate City?
That's true. I score that whenever I'm doing this about record labels. Yeah, I'm only skipping Chocolate City. And yeah, these guys have done amazing for themselves. Yeah, they have
there's a Black Bones, there's Young John.
You listened to the Black Bones saga yesterday.
Yeah, with the police. I saw it.
Yeah, but there, sorry, Chocolate City fans are very sorry. Apologies on that one. But yeah, we've seen the YBN recruiting people. We've seen Mavins doing massive recruitment. And it's working out for them. DMW, though at pause at the moment, but then why they are active, they have recruitment. Chalk City have recruitment. But then for Spaceship, it's as though it's just a single brand where we have Burna Boy and now Nissi. Not now, Nissi has been there. We have Burna Boy and Nissi before Benson left and all. Is it a wise idea? Do you think as Bosse or as Burna Boy, do you think it's wise for them? Or do you think it's strategic that they say, you know what, let's do just Burna Boy because we can contain it? Or you think it's something an oversight, you just didn't look at it?
Well, you could look at that from two angles. Okay, now let's look at it from the aspect of uh Burna Boy's mother is an agent
Yeah.
in the football world, and then like a Messi, Messi has siblings that are playing football.
Okay.
Messi is big. Messi's brother is there, but then Messi is the biggest guy. Is their father is their manager. Who would the focus be on? Messi, because he's the one getting the money. He's the one doing all of the things. So Mama Burna as the agent, as the manager right now, she's looking at it from the business perspective. Now I have 1 million. If I spend 1 million Burna Boy, I'm so sure that I'll make 10 million. If I spend 1 million on a new artist, before I'll make 10 million, I'll have to spend like 1 million 3 times. Because no one knows the artist. I have to put in effort. I have to put in a lot of this. So why would I want to spend 3 million that I can get to spend 1 million and make 10 million ASAP? Yeah. So all of those things would come to play, and they're like, well, let me just go with the money, because eventually at the long run, money is important. But then looking at it from the angle of legacy, being someone that has paved way for others, that would not be the case of Burna Boy hasn't really done much for the culture aside from himself that is pushing to the world. There's a certain fella who is like Burna Boy is one of Burna Boy's mentors that he looks up to. Fella built up his sons. There's Femi Kuti, there's Seun Kuti. Then now we now have Made Kuti. So the legacy is on. Yeah. So definitely cannot forget about the fella family forever. But then if you come to Burna Boy, a Spaceship, if Burna Boy decides to resign or retire from music today, what would happen to the Spaceship? Nisi. Now, how easy would it be to now start pushing Nisi?
Conversation. But
if Olamide retires, obviously there's a Fireboy, there's Ashake. The other guys that have left never want to talk about Olamide. That mention Adekunle Gold, Lil Kesh and the other guys. Same thing with Davido. No way, no how on earth. Mayor Kun, Peruzzi and the other Dremo and the other guys that were there. Don Jazzy, same thing. True. So all of these things are like from the other angle. I wouldn't say that they are for an African giant. I would say that it's maybe it's below par. Looking at him as the African giant, but then we really cannot pinpoint one talent that he has built up or he has shown to the world. We really cannot acknowledge that Benson was built up through Burna Boy, because it was after he left the Spaceship that he started putting effort into his craft and then started dropping songs back to back before he got his breakthrough. So we really cannot say Burna Boy, we got to know Buju through Burna Boy, talent, but then after that for a year there was nothing else that came through until he moved on with his life. So legacy wise, I wouldn't say it's a good one for the team.
Okay, before we leave, moving on, what do you think it's something they should keep up? Like you said, for the business part, it's actually working for them, because I put 1 million and make more money from either spending more than has 3 or 4 artists. But moving on, do you think it's something they should actually consider, because the industry is getting, I think you said at the point where we were talking about last song, you cannot be an artist and always remain on the top stage. The time will come you have to come back to the back seat and let the other guys go. So do you think that they should look forward in the future on how to invest into younger talent, or it should just be a sole business?
Yeah, as a business, you definitely have to think about the future, because how would your business thrive when your major product is out of stock or people are not interested anymore? Then you need to have something that will be a backup. So I feel like they should look at having some sort of team that would be in charge of scouting more talent. If Mama Burna now, she's always with Burna Boy, so definitely she wouldn't even be chanced to be on that that goal or that target of getting talent and everything. So maybe they should set up another body of guys that are intelligent, and then they showcase them. Okay, these are the guys we've spotted. Let's check them out. Who can we keep up? Who do we think as a prospect? Looking at the future, looking at the way music is moving at the moment. How do you think this guy's sound would evolve with time and all of that? But then it is something that should actually be looked into, because how would you mention Burna Boy, an African giant, as big as he is, all of the things he's achieved, all of the things he's done, and you cannot really pinpoint one or two talent that is built up. It's
that would be it. Yeah, it'd be too shameful. Anyway, we'll leave this place here. we've seen Burna Boy over the years being managed by his mom, and then he's proud of it. See, he goes with that everywhere.
Definitely.
Some persons have come out to spite him on that one.
No, his
we'll
boy.
see like Steph London coming out to say you mommy's boy and everything. Do you think it has really, and the likes of Olamide and Co, they've just been on their own decisions themselves and it has worked for them. For Burna Boy, do you think it's something that he needs to, ask that police question? Do you think on his own, he can? Is he looking at me?
I'm looking at you. Say, mama and papa, mama picking separate.
no, that's not like separate here. But do you think, basically, do you think it's something that we always work for him? Because if the mom probably gets old and gets retired, so do you think it's something he will need to have issues with when he start making it on his own, or it's time to just start?
I don't think you would have issues with it. The mom is still quite agile. And then, for the record, Burna Boy would not do music for life. There will be a time where, there are some, Ebenezer Obey and KSA, they are not as active as they were back in the day. So all of those moments will come, and then body will tell you definitely relax. You cannot be flying jets London here tomorrow, bro. You're already old and all of those things. So I feel like as it's going right now, Burna Boy is more that would be his manager till whenever he's ready to take a back seat in music. And then I don't think that there should be any reason why I should move on from it. They are making it good. They are fine. So let them just stick to their business.
And you don't think she's doing more than the managerial role?
No, she's not. She's not. When it comes to the music piece, she's doing her job very well. She's getting good deals for him. So what else do you expect?
Anyway, guys, this is where the conversation. Spaceship, Burna Boy, Boss of Good Lickage, Burna Boy's mom. What do you guys think about all of this conversation? Do you think Burna Boy should sign any other person to the team? And the way I've said, he should have look at that in the future. But then, what do you think about that one? Do you think it's something you should do now or wait till the future? Guys, let me see your thoughts on that one, and we'll catch you guys on the very, very next one. Guys, stay safe and be careful.